Hello and welcome to the Spoony Futon. I'm the Spoony Lionheart, and we're continuing with episode 4 of Metroid Prime. Or Prom. Prom, it's Metroid Prom. And, yeah, we're going to be raiding the pirate mines. Hopefully getting the plasma beam and, whatever. To give context to Cywitch, we watched a movie called Diamond Cobra versus the White Fox. Per recommendation of the Best of the Worst Spotlight from the Red Letter Media's YouTube channel. That looks a little dark. That's good. And you can rent that movie on Amazon for $5 and buy it for $15. I can't recommend it enough. But it's a bad movie in every sense of the word. Acting, editing, special effects. It's what you call a living nightmare. Go watch it. Oh, To Everything Too Terrible, yes. That is also a wonderful film. Yeah, last night was a major rager. To Everything Too Terrible, Tokyo Drift. Brought to you from the fine people that made, Doggy Woggies, Poochie Woochies. Still looks dark as fuck. Sorry about this for our viewing audience. God, that still looks... I am so sorry. I gotta pull up... If you want to stream for yourself, to our viewing audience, if you want to stream, get used to an uphill battle of footage looking darker than it should. Like, trying to get the picture of what you see on your TV to translate to what you see on your Twitch stream. It's a mess. How's that look? It'll do. I love this music. Very Metroid. Morphology: Talon crab, crustacean native of Talon 4. Hard-shelled swarm life form, once harvested for food, exposure to Phazon has seen this practice diminish. Creatures are timid and harmless alone, but can be a problem when traveling in swarms. Riku! It has been a hot minute. Yeah, we're doing this for YouTube now. Cywitch, give all the love you can to Riku. It has been way too long. Aqua Pirate, space pirates with exoskeletons modified for underwater use. Using modified thruster packs and gravity suit technology, the space pirates have armor suits for use in liquid environments. Thermal tracking is still very useful against these units, as the pirate engineers have yet to eliminate the thruster pack's high heat signature. Can I what? I think they do a good job. I can't imagine what it would sound like, no. But they would definitely do their homework. And take the time, because the Metroid soundtrack, to me, when Metroid music is at its best, it feels like a nature documentary. If that makes any sense. Because you're just isolated and insignificant in this natural world and or a hostile alien environment. What are you doing for work, if you don't mind my asking? And what happened at your crazy workday, Sai? God, this footage is so dark. Doesn't help that we're in the underwater level, but... Damn, dude. We'll help it keep you entertained. Put game mode on my monitor. That might help. That's a big improvement, actually. We'll take care of you, Sai. Anything you need, just let us know. What's your day off, out of curiosity? Oh, well, hot damn. I'm off at 1. Let me know if you need to get away. Just if things, you know what I mean. This is an easy one to miss. Aqua Drone, security mecha adapted for use in underwater areas. The space pirates have adapted a number of sentry drones for use in liquid environments. These aqua drones utilize an arsenal of an artificial intelligence suit similar to their cousins. The pirates have been unable to properly shield these drones from electrical attack, making them vulnerable to the wave beam. Well, hot damn, let's use a wave beam. I think it's this one. Money. What's your favorite underwater level in a video game? Let's ice these guys. Is this one 3 or 4? I can't remember. That's a good one. It's one of the few that both of us have played. That's an exceptional level. I think I hundoed that. What? Aqua sac will burst when subjected to impact or trauma. Believed to be in the same family as the sap sac, this plant has familiar features. It will burst when exposed to force. This protective response keeps most creatures from feeding on it. But it's literally a water balloon underwater. That is such a frightening burst. I love this one. Whee! Freedom. Have you now? What's the name of this room? Great Tree Chamber. What's really cool is that you need the X-ray visor for this, technically. But a well-trained eye will notice that the invisible platform hits the rain. And, just little things like that make me happy. A Discord message. Ooh. Mega turret. Perimeter defense turret reinforced with energy shielding. Frustrated with inferior armor plating on standard defense turrets, the Space Pirates added energy shielding to a modified heavy cannon. The new shielding and increased beam strength make the Mega turret an effective point defense weapon. The hard mode in Metroid Prime Trilogy, it's called Hyper Mode and it sucks ass. Okay. When you have a hard mode in a video game, take more damage? Yes. Less resources? Yes. Increased enemy AI? Yes. More enemies? Yes. Don't increase the hit points of your enemies. Because the whole reason I don't play these games on hyper mode is this just a big fucking waste of time. Boss battles go on for like 20 minutes. Because of the increased hit point output. 10 rounds of ammo. That's why the greatest super boss in Final Fantasy is Ozma in Final Fantasy IX. Because Ozma is not like, oh, I have 20 million hit points. It's a war of attrition. No. Ozma's AI is based entirely on what your party's setup is when you enter the fight. And so the fight's less about how long you can stick it out and more about how you're able to read the AI script of the boss and plan accordingly. Do I have the Shadow Pirates? Can't remember. These are sneaky bastards. Let me scan you. I want to scan you. You slow down so I can scan you. Please tell me I have these assholes. Yes, okay, good. Wave Trooper. Space Pirate armed with wave beam technology. Space Pirates have reverse engineered several of your weapons, including the wave beam. A flaw in the design makes these pirates vulnerable to their own beam weapon system. These weapons are inferior to your Chozo designed originals, but still quite potent. Money. Space Pirate encrypted data decoded. Log 110019. Initial Project Helix experiments with Space Pirate embryos were disastrous. The phazon infusion process degenerated brain tissue and even as it augmented muscle mass. None of what we have termed elite pirates lived to maturity. The few that survived their infanthood suffered severe psychotic breakdowns as juveniles, killing anything within the zone of perception. Research team Scoliosis made a recent breakthrough in which parasite studies with a phazon strain code named Vertigo were highly successful. Since then, we have successfully fused Vertigo phazon with Space Pirate DNA with great success. The last batch of elite pirates have reached maturity successfully and are ready for field testing and training. Platforms active. All stations, all stations. Bioform Samus Aran, too long, didn't read. You're not logbook data. There we go. Here I go again on my own. Power Trooper, it's the Power Beam version. It's the Yellow Ranger, that's all you need to know. Hezhead53 sent me a message. Give me a second. Alright, Pez Head, what's your... Ah, it's got a CRT and everything. Huh. Wow. And a Simpsons meme, why not? Okay. Hi, everybody. Red. Not worth. I love that there's a window here. Elite Pirate. Phazon Enhanced Space Pirate. Incredibly strong, armored, and well-armed. Elite Pirates are potent foes. Their energy siphon system absorbs beam weapon shots. The nature of this system makes them vulnerable to concussive-based weapons. Well-armed, Elite Pirate is effective in close combat, and at a distance, their massive size can be a weakness, and their sluggish speed allows for evasive and quick attacks. Artillery cannon. I have to read. Encrypted data decoded 10.23.7. Security command issued an all-points alert at the fall of Zebes. The alert concerns bioform Samus Aran, also known as the Hunter. Subject is a female hominid and is heavily armed with and extremely dangerous. Subject uses a powered armor suit of unknown design in battle, along with a number of potent beam and concussive weapons. All combat units are instructed to terminate Iran on sight, preferably in a fashion that will allow salvage of her powered armor suit and weapons. A considerable bounty will go to the unit who delivers Iran to command. Dead or alive, it matters not. 11.156.9. Investigations into a possible... How come all these are on multiple monitors? Wouldn't there be like a single unit of data storage that any monitor could access all... Anyway, fuck it. Investigations into a possible ingress point for the point of impact crater continue to meet with a failure. The shield of strange energy that protects it is impenetrable, and all attempts to tunnel past it have proven fruitless. Our continued futility in this matter is made all the more significant in light of the recent life form readings we've discovered emanating from deep within the crater. Analysis of the readings indicate that a massive creature is gestating there, absorbing enormous amounts of phazon from the phazon core at the heart of the impact crater. This discovery makes accessing the crater doubly important. Not only will it open the door to the vast deposits of phazon within, but it will also lead us to this creature, whatever it may be. (11-2228). Science team is attempting to reverse engineer Samus Aran's arsenal. Based off of data acquired from her assaults on our forces, progress is slow, but steady. Command would dearly enjoy turning Aran's weapons against her. We believe we can implement beam weapon prototypes in 3 cycles. Aran's power suit technology remains a mystery, especially the curious morph ball function. All attempts at duplicating it have ended in disaster. 4 test subjects were horribly broken and twisted when they engaged in our morph ball prototypes. Science team wisely decided to move on afterwards. I want to see those autopsies. Yeah. It's the White Ranger. They're weak to ice.
Recording to logbook.
116642. There have been numerous incidents involving spectral entities at Chozo ruin sites. Several personnel have been assaulted by these Chozo ghosts. Few have survived. Survivors speak of swift attacks from nowhere, brief sightings of the enemy, then nothing, only to be followed by another attack. The science team believes these attacks are in response to our efforts to recover Chozo relics and artifacts. Somehow, these entities are able to interact with the physical world, and it appears they wish to keep their artifacts to themselves. We will make them pay for such arrogance, for even ghosts can be destroyed. Harder than all that. I'm out of beer, and that's a good thing. Otherwise, I'd just fall asleep and not be able to play video games. I talk too much because there's no chat, and people don't talk to me on the internet. And so I'm like, silence. I gotta be PewDiePie and constantly talk like Markiplier. 113771. Analysis continues on these cursed ruins and the Chozo temple that hovers near them. We are now completely certain that the containment field denying us access to the impact crater is linked to the strange artifacts that belong in the temple. But we are no closer to finding them or deciphering the riddles that seem to cover every wall of this ruined place. Command grows increasingly anxious for a resolution to this matter, so we must redouble our efforts. X-ray squadrons will begin terrain sweeps within days. Until they begin, patrols are instructed to report any and all architectural anomalies to their commanders. There are a lot of big words in this game. Kind of like it. Okay. Is there more? There's more.
Recording to logbook.
Results are in from field studies on the bioform group Chozo, who were believed to be extinct. We believe that Talon 4 was once a stronghold in a great Chozo empire, brought low by the meteor strike. Planetary devastation brought an end to the Chozo, yet remnants of their society remain. We are studying these relics in an attempt to harness their power. What is of no use to us, we destroy, and in time we shall have all we need from this dead race, and shall wipe the planet clean of their ugly ruins. The dead should serve the living, not hinder them.
Recording to logbook.
Although we are still no closer to finding the artifacts of the Chozo, we have at least produced a viable hypothesis for their function. It appears that each of the artifacts corresponds to one of the statues on the temple platform, and that each one acts as a small key to a huge lock. Judging by the number of statues, we assume there must be 12 artifacts. Once we find the resting spots of all 12, we can bring them here, unite them with their statues, and open the gate system at long last. Once we do, the impact crater and whatever creature it shelters will be ours for the taking.
Recording to logbook.
God damn, game. We have come to another dead end. It is clear now that we will never discover the location of the Chozo's artifacts until we decipher the messages carved into the statues in this abominable temple. Our language databases are woefully inadequate, and our linguistic analysis comes up with little more than vague shadow-bathed theories. The best hypothesis we can offer is that finding artifacts will require items spiritually linked to the Chozo civilization. However, without these items, we are lost, and Command grows more impatient, just like Spoonie reading these fucking files, trying to be funny. Results must be produced soon. Force field offline. Thank God that's I don't have to read that. Okay. Oh no! Poos emotes. Welcome back to the Spoonie Futon, Shadow Bathed. So glad you took me up. Okay. Is there more?
Recording to logbook.
Encrypted data decoded elite pirate Upsilon's prosperity for Phazon has enabled our research team to infuse it far beyond our safety restrictions, and the results have been extremely encouraging. Its constant Phazon diet has increased its mass exponentially, but it has retained all mental faculties, and shows dexterity with all elite weaponry, including plasma, incendiary launchers, and the chameleon manta, issued for cloaking purposes. Elite pirate Upsilon exhibits miraculous healing abilities. When injured, it seeks out Phazon deposits and coats itself in the substance, which instantly mends the creature's wounds. The subject, which we are codenaming Omega Pirate, based on these developments, shows potential to be a new standard for our armies. Our only concern at this point is potential overdependence on Phazon. This is what you call build-up in storytelling. The whole game, you get bits and pieces of these giant monsters. And when you play this for the first time, you're just like, no, I don't want to fight it. But you gotta fight it. Okay. Powerbomb time! But you gotta, Shadow Bathed. Shoutouts to Resident Evil 7. The bosses of that game are truly intimidating. Like, I still dread fighting them. Just because they're fucking hard. I really hope I can still call Carcinogen SDA a friend. But I'm more than happy to have Poos emotes in my chat right now. It's fucking awesome. Oh, it's, because we really hit it off. But it was during a time in my life that I was emotionally unstable and I just suffered from being starstruck. And I kind of hit up chat too much. PM and whatnot. It's entirely my fault. I need to own it. But, and that's part of why I stream, is to just make it right. Instead of just being a social parasite on Twitch, I'm actually paying it forward. Making my own content and having a good time with it. But, a lot of water has to pass under the bridge, and I really need to prove myself. As someone who doesn't just say, hey, I like this thing, so we should be friends. No. Like, I need to take ownership of the awkward shit that I've done in my life. And play some damn video games and hope people show up in chat as well. And also do this for myself, because I fucking love streaming. It's not just for me to prove to Carcinogen that I'm capable. I also do this because I'm good at it. I'm good at talking to chat. I'm good at Metroid. I'm good at Resident Evil. And so, yeah. So part of it is trying to make it right, but most of it is, I love doing this. When I have a good chat going on and I'm bouncing off people, it's just a social experience that you can't really get anywhere else. That's what I like about streaming. And I think what really inspired me to stream, and this is on a subconscious level, I feel kind of pretentious saying this, fucking douchey, whatever, but, when I was young, I was fascinated watching a neighborhood friend of mine play Resident Evil. I'd just go over to his house and watch him play the original Resident Evil and Resident Evil 2. I'm like, holy shit, this is fascinating. And then when I got a GameCube, like several years later, I would play the remake of Resident Evil 1, and people would watch me and be like, holy shit, my friend Mike's really good at Resident Evil. And I'm like, why do I need to invite people over to watch me games when I can do it on the internet? Plus, I'm just a really extroverted person. I like to make people smile and tell them jokes and shit. So, I am happy to say that I watched Samurai Cop with Carcinogen. That and the movie Dead Alive by Peter Jackson. That was a fun experience. I think it was the scene when the priest said, "I kick ass for the Lord," and started doing kung fu. That Carcinogen said, "This is a special movie." And then the remaining 40 minutes where just the whole entire thing is a bloodbath. I'm just astounded that someone like him hadn't seen that one. Because Dead Alive is just the absolute apex of hyper-violent comedy. Anyways. I like those rainbow hearts. They remind me of the, because my sister had girl Legos growing up. And the color palette of those hearts remind me a lot of, like, the girl Lego sets from the 1990s. Where you had the ice cream shop and shit like that. Just final thoughts on why I don't show up to Carcinogen's channel and just I have trouble in general. I'm smart enough to know that I have issues. But it doesn't make it any less difficult to control my own emotions when I'm socially anxious. If that makes any sense. And it's really aggravating when, like, you're fucked up, but you're not so fucked up that you don't know that you're fucked up. So you're cognizant of your misbehavior, but oftentimes you're helpless to it. It's like I know that I have developmental issues and, like, social shit. I don't pick up on cues. I talk too much. I have trouble with eye contact and body language. But I'm smart enough to know that none of that shit's an excuse. But I still struggle with it. And it's like, ah! Spoonie, you fuck. Take ownership. Be a Jocko. It's all good, Sai. Yeah, you know. But I can't, you know, it's... I don't have many fans, I don't have many people in chat. But the people that show up really fucking care. And they stay in chat. And, I don't think there's a single person who makes a living with Twitch who woke up one day and said, I want to make a living with Twitch. It just kind of falls in your lap and is purely accidental. My favorite streams are when I have like 2 or 3 people talking in chat at once. Those are just the best moments. When people are talking to one another in my chat, I couldn't ask for anything more. This one. Streaming is the complete opposite of the Holy Scripture. Ask and you shall not receive. It is truly mind-boggling how random it is. Go for 6 hours and no one shows up. Go for 2 and you get rated by 40 viewers, you know? It's... If someone like Critical can do nothing but wear a white t-shirt and not make thumbnails... then why should I give a shit about making thumbnails? And here's my least favorite thing that Twitch streamers do, and then I'll close the subject. I hate it when people do this. Hey, look at me. I'm in the middle of the fucking gameplay footage. And I'm trying to watch Metroid Prime, but my eyes are instinctually drawn to this fucking asshole who's in the middle of the game. Oh boy. I'm doing this for algorithms because other people do it. Putting your webcam here is the Twitch equivalent of wearing a snapback hat. Don't do it. Don't put red arrows in your thumbnails. Don't put a white outline on your fucking face. It looks like shit. Segregate all your channels and your widgets and whatever so that you're not constantly distracted. Anyways. Do I have the regular pirates? Yes. What did that do? Keep on rolling, 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 rolling. Now I know y'all be loving this shit right here. LIMP, BizKid is right here. People in the house, put them hands in the air, because if you don't care, then we don't care. 1, 2, 3 times 2 to the 6. Mix it up with the Limp Bizkit mix. Where the fuck you at, pal? And shut the fuck up. And back the fuck up, because we're fuck this track up. Don't dum bum 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 dum bum 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 dum bum. Hey ladies, hey fellas, all the people that call themselves playas, hot mamas, pimp daddies, and the people rolling in them caddies. Hey rockers, hip hoppers, and the people that don't give a fuck. Chocolate Starfish in the hot dog flavored water is an enigma of an album. It is like the worst lyrics contrasted with some of the best guitar and drum work I've ever heard. It's like, because if you really focus on it on a musical level, Wes, Sam, and John know what the fuck they're doing with their instruments. And it's all for songs like Full Nelson. Why is everybody always picking on me? Why is everybody always picking on me? Does anybody really know a thing about me? Does anybody really know a thing about me? One of these days we'll be in the same place, at the same place, punk, at the very same time. And that'll be your chance, the one and only chance to step your ass up and say it right to my face. Crane is now active. I still respect Limp Bizkit on a musical level. That doesn't make any of their songs less annoying. They were a guilty pleasure of mine. I loved them when I was younger. There's a lot of songs I still enjoy. 20 more minutes, we'll switch episodes. Let's go to Magmoor. Get the damn plasma beam. I better hydrate. Yeah. Hydrate, more like Hydrograd by Stone Sour. We have a friend and his name rhymes with Moist Chaos. Everything has to be Slipknot related. Not just that, but shit from the record Iowa and All Hope Is Gone. For someone who loves Slipknot as much as he does, I couldn't have an intelligent conversation about the song Tattered and Torn from the first record. But he's a chill motherfucker. I can't really, you know. Extremely dependable, and he's one of the best cooks I've ever known. But everything is psychosocial. Hydro Pump! Is there a sound effect for that? Let me pull that up. Where are you? Come on! Lame. Okay. Dum-ba-dum-ba-dum. Ba-ba-da-ba-da, ba-ba-da-ba-dum. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-dum. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-da, ba-ba-da-ba-dum. Carcinogen cusses a lot and he plays no damage playthroughs cuz speedrunning's boring, speedrunning's boring, speedrunning's boring. When you're trying to get a world record, it's repetitive and boring. You gotta do new stuff, so you gotta do new stuff. So you do no damage playthrough when you do no damage playthrough. You cuss up a storm when you get hit after 2 hours into Resident Evil 4, and you do no damage playthrough when you use the knife and you use the grenade rounds. And then you give up and you play New May Penguin, New May Penguin, New May Penguin, Arigato, climbs a birthday cake in the innie. Yes, Penguin Land, Penguin Landy, Penguin Landy, Penguin Land. And he likes to advertise Metal Gear and Castlevania, but no one gives a shit. No one gives a shit. No one gives a shit. Played Resident Evil, played Resident Evil. No one gives a shit about Castlevania. No one gives a shit about Castlevania. Played Resident Evil, played Resident Evil, played Resident Evil, played Resident Evil. No one gives a shit about Castlevania. No one gives a shit about Metal Gear. Because you put your cat on the camera and you worship your fucking cat, and somehow that's your brand. Felt good. The thing I love most about Carsey's content is he's really adamant at being an academic presence. But about 2 hours into any no damage playthrough, he just starts getting into personal opinions about shit and saying really funny things, and he just kind of trails off out of boredom. I live for moments like that in his no damage demos. It's like, and then we collect the incendiary grenades to make short work of Mendez. And then 2 hours later, fucking Novistadors, horribly programmed garbage. Man, those fuckers at Capcom, they fly through the bottom of the wall, you piece of shit. But that's what's great, though, is it's just so natural. He's not trying to be funny, he just is. He's kind of like Divine in the movie Pink Flamingos. His personality's enough. There's no effort. For a little context, there's a movie by John Waters called Pink Flamingos. And, from 1973. And it's about two families in downtown Baltimore, or as they would say, Balmer. And they're competing over who is the filthiest people alive. And so there's the Mabels, who are just trying to be filthy. And then there's Divine, who lives in a trailer park, who just is filthy. So one family's really, really butthurt, and they try and become filthier and filthier. But Divine's character just has an elderly woman named Edith the Egg Lady, who lives in a playpen and says, "Cotton, Cotton, come quick! Here comes the Eggman!" And it's kind of an allegory for internet flame wars and just personalities in general. Of trying too hard versus just existing and letting things happen. The movie came out in 1973, but it's a perfect allegory for how people behave on the internet. These fucking assholes. I'm not even using the X-ray visor. What the hell? Bad Spoonie. Could you give us some of your political views? Kill everyone now! Condone first-degree murder! Filter my politics, filth is my life! Advocate cannibalism, eat shit! What did I call them on my last playthrough? I had some filthy insult, because the Chozo ghosts are just fucking shit. I hate these guys. I'm used to them now, but they're still assholes and they take forever. Oh, there's a Chozo artifact back there. I really gotta... If they respawn, I'm gonna get a Hot Rod magazine. The Holy Mountain is the greatest motion picture ever made. My chauffeur is a bad lover. My mistress, she knows her ways. She's an experienced lover. She will produce the electronic orgasm. Begin the operation. Prepare the gas schools, the gas whorehouses, the gas libraries. The gas chambers. I think that was 77. But there are movies that are more entertaining than The Holy Mountain are few and far between. That movie is just... Yes! Your sacrifice has completed the wall of 1,000 testicles. I love that movie so much. God! Hopefully I can escape. I don't have to fight these things. I can just get out of here. Good. Let's get the damn plasma beam and end the episode. What are some other great quotes from the Holy Mountain? There's so many. My chauffeur is a bad lover. We've already done that one. Your bees make honey, but your flies make shit. That's another good quote. Let's just go this way. Um... Rockabye Sheriff, just you relax. I'm gonna try hard. I think everyone's a try hard when they start the internet. You gotta get those awkward moments out. Like, hey, I have a webcam, I'm famous, right? So I gotta say shit and be funny. But once you stream enough, you just kind of ease into it. Become your own person. Unless you're Markiplier. Then you're constantly trying hard all the fucking time. I don't know how the hell he has so many views, but... so does the movie Secret Life of Pets. So I can't really understand taste. He needs a pair of pliers to fix the volume control on his... I don't know. Where am I going? This way. Analysis indicates a viable attach point for the grapple beam. To use the grapple beam, That's cool. Like, at the end of the day, he draws a lot of water. But it's just the antithesis of what I find funny on the internet. Like if CinemaSins had a YouTube channel, it would be Markiplier. And that's all I have to say about that. Wait a minute, CinemaSins does have a YouTube channel. If they had a gaming channel. He does bust his ass, though. Like, even for a piece of human waste that is a 10-year-old semen stain on a forgotten pair of underpants, that is Logan Paul. Logan Paul still busts his fucking ass. So... you can hate this shit, you can hate that shit, but you at least gotta respect people for paying it forward. Not really. Kay's cooking. God bless that channel. What is a cinnamon sin, by the way? While we're on topic. Cinnamon sin number 1. My order was 15 minutes late. Cinnamon sin number 2. Dunkin' Donuts doesn't fry their donuts. Cinnamon sin number 3. Bonus round. Al Pacino was in the Dunkachino in Jack and Jill. And that's Dunkin' Donuts related, who make cinnamon products and... For some reason, I always thought that one DreamWorks movie was called Spirit, Stallion of the Cinnamon. Now they die. Hell yes, let's go to Phendrana. But first we save. So satisfying. This concludes another episode of the Spoony Futon. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my Discord as well. There's an invite in the description. You can check out my Facebook and like, comment, and subscribe.